Hello Annies, welcome back to my channel. I am Bumblebee Fern. You can find me over on Instagram at The Frolicking Fern. And today we're going to be working on an amazing, huge 4-inch sphere mold. So I'm so excited. It turned out so freaking beautiful. I can't wait for you to see it. I have released a couple of sneak peeks on my Instagram. If you're following me over there, you've probably seen. And I've just been so excited. I am still working on completing this ball because there are some extra things you have to do with spheres. It takes extra sanding and polishing and things like that because it's just too hard to do a top coat since it's a sphere and there's nothing that you can do to really keep it from dripping or things like that. So I'm gonna go through that process with you and then probably a later video, but I wanted to get this one out because I'm just dying over how freaking gorgeous it is. So if you're interested, stick around. Welcome back. So I'm so excited to unmold this. I'm also freaking terrified that there are going to be like a million bubbles and things that I cannot fix, but we will see. I did the top couple of pours after you saw like that initial pour in here. I'm just filling it up. It's just completely clear resin, and oh my God, I'm like so excited. I'm so hoping this comes out well. I know I'm going to have to polish it, so stay tuned for that. There will be a bit of that at the end, but since this mold is more, it was actually for resin and it's shiny on the inside, I'm hoping that I don't have to do a ton of polishing. Cross your fingers. If you're watching this, cross your fingers and your toes right now. Do it, please. Okay, here we go. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, it's so pretty. So you can, there are quite a few bubbles. Oh my gosh, look at the bottom too, like all those herbies in there. Oh. Good, I was worried you wouldn't be able to see the quartz as well, but you can still see them pretty well. Butterfly is beautiful. There are some like bubbles. Yeah, I think it's actually really cool. You can see like the bubbles coming off of her. Oh, and look at like the glitter right here. Can you see the sparkles on that quartz? Oh my God. Like, I'm dying. Okay, so I'm definitely, oh, look at that sparkle on that quartz. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. So I'm going to have to get a a pressure chamber for sure when I do these, because you can see that they the bubbles do get trapped on the sides. So that's like a bummer, but it is freaking gorgeous. Like even with the bubbles, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to figure out a good way to polish this baby because it is just too much. Look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. That dandelion in there and the butterfly just chilling. Oh my goodness. I like can't stop looking at it. There's so much to look at in there. Like obviously I'm gonna have to sand it down and like I said, polish it, but look how pretty. I'm obsessed with that turn. Now we have our little acorn. Oh, this chrysanthemum right here is just, I'm dying over it. It's so pretty and they look like they're just sitting in this pretty little meadow. Oh my gosh, like the glitter, that butterfly. Oh. All right, so now it is time to start the process on polishing this big baby up. Wish me luck, but let me know how obsessed with this you are because I am freaking obsessed. This is so gorgeous. I will be doing custom big orb spheres like this available in my shop. So let me know if this is something you are interested in down below. Amazing! I have a couple of little tips if you're going to be doing sphere molds. Tip number one is to, if you can afford it, invest in a pressure chamber, because what that will do is it will help you keep all these tiny little like micro bubbles you can see out of your mold, and it will just suck them all out so that they don't get stuck on the mold. So then you'll get a crystal clear sphere and it will be beautiful. It will take away a lot of your troubles. Number two would be to, if you can't invest in that, the second best thing you do is to heat up your resin before you mix it. So either put it in a hot water bath, make sure it's nice and loose and thin when you are pouring, so that way the bubbles don't get trapped in there. And then, or you can just keep it in kind of like a warmer place, like if you have a closet or kind of anywhere, like just a room that's warmer, maybe doesn't get as much AC, whether that vent is closed in. Just keep it out of direct sun just because you don't want to damage the life of your resin. I always use Counterculture DIY resin, which is an amazing, super high quality resin that will not yellow in the sun, at least for not a long time. So it's very top quality. I highly recommend it and stand behind it. Links for that is in the description, so be sure to check them out. They also have glitters and mica powders, different pigments that you can put in your resin, all kinds of stuff, and as well as multiple different kinds of resin for different uses. So my third tip for making these spheres, especially if you're going to be making it in a large mold, is to make sure you stir the resin very thoroughly and make sure, and slowly, so you don't create too many bubbles, but you don't want any layers that are kind of like, you can see when there's a separation between the two parts of resin, because you usually mix part A and part B, like a 1-to-1 ratio, at least for Counterculture DIY. Some resins are different, so make sure you read your instructions. So, and then with that, when you pour, make sure you're doing it in layers. So if you do too thick of a layer, your resin will heat up too much as it cures, and then that will actually create bubbles and it will want to almost boil. So when I was creating this one, I could actually see when I did like this top thicker part, like about right there, or right there, and I could see actual like smoke coming out of the mold, because especially with sphere molds, you only have this tiny little top like opening that it's able to breathe. So you definitely want to make sure you do thinner layers and then make sure it is all mixed up so that they are seamless. So yes, those are my top 3 tips for creating a sphere, a beautiful sphere, and I will definitely be investing in a pressure chamber very soon. As a matter of fact, after I get done making this video, I might be going on Amazon and buying one for myself. I will also link that below, the one I actually end up getting. And I'm also going to start doing an Amazon affiliates link as well for you to, if you're interested in different molds I use or the different items or anything that I get from Amazon, which is a lot of things. I will link that down below. So thank you so much for watching. Keep an eye out on my Instagram for the fully completed version of this. I am so excited to see it all polished up. Like I said, that takes a bit of time. Maybe I'll do an actual polishing video. If you're interested in that, please let me know down below. And this piece will eventually be available on my Etsy, so go check that out. I have a couple of little things I will be updating my shop with very soon as well, so follow me over there and keep your eye out on my Instagram for shop updates. And I think that is it, so I will talk to you all later. Blessed be. Bye.